We see to our own business.
Before we eat, anybody want to try some dragon?
Dragon? What? Why would you eat such a foul beast?
Has anybody ever eaten dragon before? I went around this town and nobody has eaten dragon before. Nobody's heard of people who've eaten dragon before. For all we know, this could be the biggest delicacy in the world ever, and I can't miss that opportunity. I might die from eating it. Also,
Do me a
potentially at the same time.
charisma check. Do me a charisma check. I want to see how.
Is my oh, it's just 20.
Yeah, just do me a d20.
Oh.
It's like whatever you say, Master of the Earth, but I don't think it's a good idea.
I want to try.
I'll eat it first. It's my idea. I'll eat it, and then if I keel over in the
I
next few
will eat with the dwarf at the same time.
Why would you risk getting very ill from such a foul meat? And
you've obviously know very little of the dwarven internal systems.
it is your decision, Master of the Earth, but I would advise against it.
Yeah, well, I'm not eating it rare or anything. It's getting very well done, and I'm guessing, Chucky, from watching it, there's no green gloop coming out of it, no unusual juices.
There's no green goo and no unusual juices coming out of it.
Does it look not like a steak?
It looks like a steak. It looks like meat.
I eat for the dwarf with
It seems a lot more stringy than pork or chicken, but
It's
it
bound to
doesn't.
taste like chicken anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, she says, well, for anybody else who eats normal meat, I think our meal is ready. And
Hey, if people could kill a dragon every day, I'm sure it would be a popular meat.
she just shakes her head and sighs and says, and eats and gives.
Out of interest, have you ever killed a dragon before? And I don't mean that in a boasting way, but
We have had one encounter with the dragon before, a red one. Though it did not die. I think we mortally wounded it, but it got away before we could deal the final blow.
Doesn't mortally wounded imply that something dies?
yeah, but not there and then. It might have went back to its roost and died there or something.
We've had a accomplished history in as the Golden Company, and she her face lights up as she eats and she retells some of the stories of her and the Golden Company and how they killed the basilisk.
We share the story of the Hydra.
Yeah, she is.
Alright, doesn't like the story of the Hydra, but he shares it anyway.
She seems to be happy and laughs out loud when hearing about the ink crowd.
Yeah, everybody gives the mage a dirty look.
Why would you all give him dirty looks? You were all completely fine.
I was blinded! I was in the ink cloud!
I'd
Couldn't
have
see where it
traded
was
being
striking.
blinded from being attacked by seven heads at once, to be perfectly honest, any day. I'll remember that next time when I get the move where I can switch positions with people.
Okay, well, she leaves off after this. It's about 2 hours have passed. It's about 12.
Chucky, you're missing the important thing.
What?
How good with the fucking steak?
Well, you take out the steak and do me a grub skill. Just
Oh, what?
let's do a grub skill. It's basically do me a 4d6 d1, and that's your grub skill. 10. It's not a good grub skill. It's
But
average.
that's my cooking. What's the meat like?
No, okay, just do me a now do me a check with the 10, just a d20, to see how good you can appreciate this meat. You've tasted a lot better
It doesn't
It's
taste vile or anything.
it doesn't taste vile, but it's stringy. It's like you chew and chew and chew and chew, and it's just tastes like chicken, and
I told you, tastes like
there's
chicken.
absolutely nothing special about it. Alexander, you can do me a grub skill as well. That's a D20 plus 3. It's pretty good. For you can appreciate better. It's still stringy a lot, but you feel a certain taste that no other meat has. It's even if like well made, it's still succulent, and
I
you can
appreciate
appreciate. Yeah, you can appreciate the taste better.
Mm. When do you say this,
Some of
Nick?
you are gonna wake up with acid reflux.
When do you say how good it is, Nick?
I believe that it's excellent.
When do you say that though?
Yes, I say it.
No, when?
What do you mean when?
After the first mouthful, halfway through, the end.
After the first 2-3 mouthfuls.
When mine tastes horrible, I swap it. And eat his.
It's the same. The problem is your taste. It's like you have two people eating the same thing. It's the same thing, but some people can appreciate it better. Some people just don't like it. Like
You know what's going on here? Racist against dwarfs.
yeah, it's
You know what's
dwarf.
going on here? Hennessy's going, you can have it, dragon. I got bacon.
I
Yum.
can get bacon anytime.
Anyway, this
For all,
happened.
for all you know, we could have.
I eat everyone's spare.
Yeah. I'll tuck in with
Right.
everything. Nothing gets wasted. It doesn't taste that bad. Especially once you put a bit of seasoning, salt and pepper and herbs in it on it. You know what I mean? Slice of bread and butter. But yeah, for all you know, you could be trolling us, and we could have plus 20 to acid resists now.
Who knows? Until you hit by acid.
Yeah, it'll be just all internally combust. Did you get my message on Roll20, Chuky? If you just scroll up quickly.
Let me see. Yes,
I
you
just,
can.
I had a brain thought when we were talking. I thought.
Yeah, that's.
I
that's
can't believe that didn't even occur to my mind in the first place. But yeah.
Okay, so this happens. What do you guys do for the rest of the day?
After we eat, I go to Varak and I say, "You mentioned holy water before.
Mhm.
Do you need me to make some?"
Well, if there's a lich about, does holy water have like an expiration date on it or anything like that?
I don't think so.
I mean,
Once
I've
it's
never,
holy-
I've never really looked at the bottom of a bottle of one to see whether it goes out of date soon or in a year's time or something like that.
DM?
It's whatever Sarah wants to tell him.
Well, I don't know.
It has no
shouldn't.
expiration, but you can
It
tell him.
doesn't say that it has an expiration date. So.
There's no
Okay.
expiration.
Yeah, there's
The
once it's
expiration
holy.
date is
It's,
when you lose faith.
once it's holy, as long as nobody changes it, it's
Mhm.
still holy.
Well, yeah, I just think if we were going up against the lich, like stuff like that would be useful. I don't know if like your church has some. What god is it of the church?
1 second.
No, it's Peror. It's not goddess. It's god.
Perora.
And, obviously, I know churches have gods have alignments and stuff like that, and I know the character wouldn't know alignments, but I'm guessing Pelor is fundamentally a good god.
Fundamentally, one of the goodest, not best, like
yeah,
powerful.
yeah, like I did, yeah. So yeah, if they have any like badges or anything that, of Pelor for us to carry with us, because I'm sure I don't know if you've fought in Dead before or anything like that, but it's pretty common knowledge that stuff like that they can't stand.
I mean, of course, like you would not, if you present a, what do you call it, a holy symbol of a dark god to Cyrell.
It's in the Adventurer's Handbook 101, basically.
Undead, not like holy things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Love Swiss cheese, ironically enough, though.
Okay,
Many
then
holes
I
are
would
easy to
later
chew.
go to the church.
Okay. Yeah. Well, You guys,
I'll tag along with him because I've never actually been to the church.
Alexander, Hennessy, do anything else?
I'll stick around the guard area.
I will.
Keep an eye on the forest.
I want to offer the cleric for the brilliant services. The rest of the money I have.
How much money do you have?
300 gold.
Well, that can make a few holy water pints.
No, are you
Flasks.
charging your own party for making holy?
Well, I'll have to buy the materials, so...
It's a-
Just get 300.
It's a church. It's a charity, isn't it?
The spell has material components.
Look, I went to the blacksmith, and he's making me a whole set of fucking armor.
Well, I do take the gold,
He has
because they
expensive
say...
money. No, he'll
This
need the
stuff is
gold.
expensive.
He'll need the gold. I had to stop the rogue to get you that gold.
He said that he wants to give it to me, and I accepted.
Very
I said the church was a charity. I didn't mean that you were charity. You got this all wrong.
Don't worry about it. I get rather gold. That's fine.
How's he going to eat? That dragon is going to rot eventually. He can't live on that for the rest of his life.
I'll feed him, don't worry.
I don't fucking feed him. When he sees the shiny stuff in the shop, you can fucking buy him that as well.
Okay,
Stupid charity, stupid mage.
so I go to the church.
You enter the church and the dwarf is grumbling to himself, stupid church. Anyway, yeah, you can easily make holy water. There's
I
a
need 5 pounds of powdered silver, worth 25 GP for each flask of holy water.
Yep.
What? How much?
25 GP for each one.
For ground
what the-
silver?
Yeah, powder silver. 5 pounds of powdered silver.
Does it have to be like pure silver?
Yeah,
That
powdered
says 5 pounds of powder silver, worth
How much does
25
how much
GP.
does the coin weigh?
50 to a pound.
50 to a pound. And you need a pound of it.
5 pounds.
A pound, like a pound of.
No, I think it's cheaper to buy it. Now the pound starts smashing silver coins.
So I asked in the church where are the... if I can buy some of the materials that they probably have around, because I would assume they would make them here, so... Since they're evacuating, they won't need it immediately, so...
Yes.
Yeah, the brother then takes you to the supply and basically the supply of holy things and says, take whatever you want, we will load everything else tomorrow.
Oh, I can just take it?
He
Okay.
nods.
Thank you. This will help in defending the town.
Well, indeed.
How
That
much
is why I'm giving it to you, brother.
how much powdered silver do I find?
About 47 pounds, more or less.
Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, I give it to Valrak to carry, but, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
You're
Here,
here with
carry
me.
this for me.
so-
It's like, I can't, Valak.
Thank you. And
Brother Dendy, I've heard of this stuff that I can like rub on myself. I completely fucked that up there. I can.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
Actually, no, you can rub on yourself. I meant rub on your weapon. I don't know what the hell was my trail of thought there. I meant rub on my weapon that makes it all holy and stuff like that. Do you have any of that?
I could try and bless your weapon if that is something you think would help you.
How does Pelor get on with Moradin?
it doesn't last long.
Not Morden is not one of the good archetype gods, but he's a god of the dwarves. He's not a evil god, so good accounts, I guess.
Hmm. Okay, it's for the greater good. I've never heard of anyone of Moradin doing things like this anyway, so... And they're a long way away.
I will I will drop some holy oil that you can put on your blades. It would last about 6 or 7 minutes once applied.
That's about as long. That's about as long as I'll need. Don't worry.
How much? How much would you need?
I'm guessing. I don't know. I mean, maybe just a couple of weapons worth, because like the mage just does pew pew with his hands and that, and I don't think it works if you rub it on your hands and cast a fireball. Our healer, obviously, we make best plans to make sure that he's not in the field of battle. Although he might want some. And the rogue, I think, just his 2 daggers would be the only other useful aspect for it. So maybe like if we just give 3 weapons worth.
Nick, your camera just broke.
I'm guessing the daggers are just counted 1 weapon's worth with them being small.
Yep. Nick, your camera just went down.
Put your clothes back on, Nick. Turn it back on.
I will fix it.
Thank you. It's just besides that, at a part of the day, after you guys go around, do a lot of errands, and you just meet up at the tavern, the Green Apple, just to eat something and then go about your business.
You never told us that you got robbed, did you?
No, I didn't, even though I knew I did.
Yep. No, you don't, actually. You suppose, but you don't, because you rolled a 1.
I don't know, I just know that something's missing.
You know something's missing.
I'm actually cautious because it's a fucking halfling and I know what they're like.
No, this is not the inn that he went in. This is the Green Apple. This is not the inn of carrying shadow banks.
I get completely smashed them.
Okay.
Not completely smashed, but pretty different.
Yeah, a black-haired woman.
If they have anything like this kind of stuff.
In the inn, I ask if they have some berries.
They say that yes, there's lots of forests around. We have a good supply of berries.
I'll buy some.
Do you buy some berries? How much? How many? I mean, you can just buy a dozen, or basically just 2 bundles of
a
lot of berries.
couple dozens, like 25.
Yeah, for a gold, it's okay. Actually, not gold, for a couple of silver, even.
I'll give him like 2 silver.
Okay. Now, what I've been trying to say for about 3 times. So, a black-haired woman, her face strike to the dust of the road, trudges into the common room. She wears a soldier's armor of blue and white over a shirt of mail, with the stylized image of a golden lion over her heart. She signals the barkeep. "Ale," she rasps, and said to her speaker, "I've got ill news for him."
The Lannisters are here.
Give me a intel check.
My int's strong.
7.
Anybody who rolled above a 15?
Nope.
Come on.
Hold on, haven't rolled yet.
Yeah, everybody rolled to see if you recognize the coat of arms.
Hang on, I've got a better thing than that, an int check. Oh no, that's the wrong one.
Okay, so one.
Never mind, I thought I had
somebody
heavy.
else. Alexander, can you go in and check, please?
Wait a minute. Will knowledge nobility help?
No.
Yeah, I
Will
don't
decipher
have it anyway.
script?
Worth a try.
Okay, so
Nope.
nobody recognizes the coat of arms. She just stays there and waits for the speaker. Do you want to act in any way?
I walk over.
So the halfling walks over.
Shadow the halfling.
Okay. She looks at you and says, "Yes, what do you want?"
Oh, you said you had grim news, and well, we've been the usual deliverers of grim news to the town for a bit of time now, so we were hoping that you might fill us in on it.
Yeah. when the rogue's doing this, like I'm a bit tipsy at the moment, and I'm kind of like just watching his hands as he's like doing it.
My hands are doing the sporadic thing, you know.
Yeah, but they're trying to follow, but they're probably a little bit behind.
What is your name, Widow One, and your drunken friend?
Barak!
Ah, I'm Hennessy Jones. That's Valrak.
Take a seat, Hennessy Jones and Valrak.
Lovely. I take a seat.
I'm
Okay.
sitting between him and her,
Okay, the seat is a little bit small for you, but
and I shoot him a look.
The seat is small for me.
it's if you know how halflings usually have long
No, no, no,
seats.
no, no.
This is not
No,
a
no.
long seat. It's
No, you mean that he's too small for the seat?
sorry,
I'm
he's
too
too
small
for
for
the
the
seat.
seat.
A bit too small. Like you need to do this. You basically stand on your knees. Anyway, she says, so,
On the shoulders,
My
if
name-
it helps, little one.
my name is Tiana Suri. I'm a lion of Brindle. And that is, for anybody who hears this, an elite soldier in the Brindle's Lion Guard. Brindle is the city mentioned earlier, basically where the people are evacuating to.
Oh, lovely. You're from the city that we're sending all these people.
Sending? Why?
Oh, yes.
What's happened? Why are the people going there?
Oh, just a horde of hobgoblins and shimras and manticores, hellhounds.
What?
Oh, and dragons too.
What is
one-
this? I have
One
not
less dragon.
heard of this. What are you talking about?
Oh, there's a army, horde, thousands of nasty things coming this way.
Okay, I understand that. How close are they to the city?
Probably about 6-8 days.
Perro's right. How many?
Thousands.
She shakes her head. That is ill news indeed.
Good news is there's one less dragon.
That is good news.
Didn't taste right.
Adventurers, are you? Where is the rest of your pack?
They're over there at that table.
Ah, that one.
She, basically, this is her ale mug. She does this. Okay. Then
Is it
she's
empty ale mug still, or is it fully?
I lean in closer and say, "Watch out for that! Watch out for that black mage. He's got a real track record with women."
Does he? Well, anyway.
That halfling, he has really sticky fingers.
Anyway, I ride in the service of the Road of Brindle. It's been a long time since I've been home, but have you sent any scouts or such riders towards the road?
We were told so. We're not sure how many exactly, but at least some.
I'm coming back. I was on a patrol sweeping the Old West Trail, basically north of Brindle. 5 days ago we ran into a roadblock. Hobgoblins and ogres waylaying any traveler heading into or out of the Vale from the north. They were too strong for us, and we had to retreat. My captain sent several of us riding off to warn folks across the Vale to avoid the Old West Trail. So here I am.
Chuky, can you just flip roll 20 onto the map?
Yes. Elsire Vale. It's a bit weird because the map that I found in the book is does not show. Basically, Mittelberg. Mittelberg is actually Brindle. I don't know why it's called Mittelberg, but that seems to be Brindle. Anyway, ignore that. The Old West Trail is this one up here that you see. This is west, up in the top.
Yes.
And this seems to be the Old West Trail around here.
The dwarven halls down the bottom, Chucky, are they the ones that I was staying at?
Yes, that is
Yeah.
where you are staying at. You were staying at.
Yeah. So they're saying that there was an ambush, like, here.
No.
Completely off.
Completely off, yes. Around here.
Oh. The hell are you doing all the way up there?
What are they doing up there? I mean, why not
They
just go through?
they just told you they were patrolling the Old West Trail up north.
There must be a particular reason why, though.
We were sent by the Lord, we did not question him.
Does your lord know that there's, like, apparently, like, a great big lich up there and shit like that?
Witch? There's no witch in West. We've been to those halls a long time ago, even before this this whole ogres and hobgoblins matter, which
So
takes time.
what was of rest the last time that you were there?
Nothing much, only ruins and sunken buildings.
You see, I've read lots of books that say that undead shit always seem to absolutely love, basing themselves in ruins.
You might hold true to what you're saying, but I am almost completely sure there is no witch there. I do not think that hobgoblins and ogres are the subjects of witches.
That is where the captain of the guard said that the lich was, wasn't it?
No. It's, she said something about rumors about him, but he doesn't. Nothing was said of the witch being somewhere.
Oh, I thought it said rest.
No. What do you call it? Jor said that there is a powerful leader, maybe even a small composition of the army
so
there.
a powerful leader of the army
Of the army
rest,
in West.
and a lich somewhere in.
You don't.
which
He
way?
does. Somewhere. That's what he said.
Oh right, so I've just muddled them all up completely then.
Yeah, a bit.
We'll just retcon that too. Have you happened to have bumped into a lich on your travels?
I would not have been here if I bumped into a witch on my travels. They do not tend to be very friendly.
So let
Met
me
one
get this
person.
straight. The road north is blocked, but people can still get to, say, Brindle?
Yes, it's at least for now. I do not know if what you tell me is true. Then there might be more reasons why there is such a big band of ogres and hobgoblins there.
Probably
Oh,
something worth checking out, though. At this point, I'm wondering if it's going to be better to check this out or stick around to defend this town.
Well, it is. I will go to the Road of Brindle tomorrow. I will leave, and I can show you the way to go there if you decide to investigate Old West. I'd suggest today resting because I'm too weary to go on, and we shall leave tomorrow together, and we shall part ways near Brindle.
What do we know of these little towns here?
Basically just little towns. Let me just there's actually entries on all of these. I need to find them. Which is Tarragon. Give me 1 second to see. All of them are very small cities that have no real 1 second. No real they're just holdings. No, nothing important on them.
They're basically stock places.
Sorry, what?
They're just basically stock places.
They're basically stop places, yeah. There's nothing much on them. Basically, the very important points here, you have Blindo, yeah, which is actually I don't know why it's named Mitterberg.
I think it might be a different language.
Then you have Denver, which is basically the biggest human city, which is the next one after Estevan, which is not on the map.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it is Estevan. Sorry, this is again like some of the names are changed. Like I have a GM map here, and this is basically the prayer map. I don't know why it's named like that, but anyway, Estevan is actually Denver. It's like the last human holding up in the east. Besides that, you have the Hammerfist holds, the dwarven places, and that's basically every major site known to you in the Elsire Vale.
I think one thing we are forgetting is that we have some dwarven companions as well that we could call upon.
Well, I would strongly suggest going north and trying to, if you can clear this roadblock up there, it would be and find out what's happening, because we have, if what you say is true, we have no people to spare. And then I'm sure the Lord will try and speak with the dwarf, because they will be in danger as well.
Yes, I think we need to make sure that the dwarves are safe. Especially I need to make sure that the dwarves are safe. As much as respect as I have to the fact that the humans are in the firing line. One, I know the dwarves will be useful. And two, I'm not going to neglect my own kin.
I'm sure, as I said, I'm sure the Lord will contact them and tell them of the situation, and maybe even seek an alliance. I do not think we have the numbers around to defeat this threat.
Make sure he mentions a White Raven champion of Moradin.
I will make sure he does.
Make sure you tell him I soloed a dragon.
I will tell him so, Master Dwarf.
And I just look at everyone and be like,
now, would you tell me? Would you tell me
dwarves
more?
get jealous really easy. If they think that I did it, they'll all come to try and do it as well. Don't worry.
Would you care to tell me more? Do you have like more information about their movements? Anything that I could use?
They got a dragon. Their movements can be through the air if they want.
The horde itself cannot all move through the air.
Well,
Yeah.
we think that they're gonna pass by the Crystals Mountains.
Do you have anyone who can
Around
speak
the bridge.
Goblin?
No, not that I know of. Why do you ask?
God damn it! It's
We
all
have a
written-
map, but it's in
all written
Goblin.
in Goblin.
I
Well-
could try
I
and decipher
shout,
some.
I turn and I shout around the bar. Is there anybody who speaks Goblin, and anybody who knows anybody who speaks Goblin, anybody who knows anybody who casts a spell called Tongues that makes people speak Goblin, comprehend languages, etc., etc., etc. God damn it!
I'm gonna take out the map and attempt to decipher script on it if I can.
When you take out the map, like whatever her name is that I forgot, Tayana Surya, springs up and comes and see which side of the map. And this is amazing. Where did you find this? What?
We
How
found
do
it
you
on
do
an
it?
adventure.
How do you mean amazing?
This is information that the enemy does not want us to have. It's
Oh yeah, it's definitely not amazing news though.
That is what I mean, Master Dwarf. She's okay. Do you decipher script to see if you can find out something more? "17. Nothing more than you found out last time. You know they're gonna attack. Basically, they're gonna attack Drenwin's Ferry. They planned. You recognize the number? They planned to attack on day 5. but from what you can make out, they will be deterred at least 5 days from this.
Alright.
Besides that, there's nothing much else.
I take time to write down what I translate, so...
Yeah. There's nothing much about the cities on the Dawnway, just death to humans and so on. But you do realize that there are, now you can see, like, there are basically marauders that will move around the map a lot besides the main army. So from what you can see, it's like basically it will be impossible to stop the loss of life, because you can't be all over.
I point out the marauders then.
And you see something else in Darth down here. You recognize a name like Tugdagum and Halfling and Eat. That's all that you can see.
Ugh. Someone's wanted to eat halflings.
I know, but the map.
That's all you get from the map.
But I want to point something on the map.
You point something on the map. What do you want to point on the map?
I might not be able to read Goblin, but I would notice that looks like an awfully good choke point. And want to ask more about the Newman Gap.
Well, give me 1 second. Well, she says that Newman Gap is the map is fraud. It is the Newman Gap is above the hills, and the road to the Dawnway leads above the hills. Whoever put this down did not have very accurate information of the Elsire Vale. There are a couple of points here that are badly drawn up, and she points out basically that the road here is not actually through the hills. It's basically like the hills here are not here. They're basically just plain. And Newman Gap is in the road, but the hills are down, so there's no actual choke point. And that the road actually goes through this forest. There's a clear road through the forest. It's not actually a full forest. And a couple of other points that like a normal Elsire map would have.
But still, this is the map that they're using.
It would seem so. Again, I ask, where did you find this?
We found it on the ground, actually, when one of the bugbears we were fighting flew off.
Bugbears, hobgoblins, dragons. What do you mention?
Manticores.
Hydras? This is
Well,
not...
And
we
manticores.
don't know that the Hydra was part of it. The Hydra was just on the way.
Whatever you say, Master
Definitely connected.
Halfling. This is dire news. I will need to rest tonight. It is to my regret that I cannot journey more today, but I was killing my horse and exhausting myself.
Oh, let's hope it wasn't the other way around.
Well, you still do have your sense of humor in these dire times, Hennessy Jones. I hope you will keep it in the future. Anyway, we shall meet tomorrow at about 10 a.m. at the stables. I shall procure horses for all of us and 2 ponies, and we can leave. See you then, my friends.
Okay.
Could I have the map, please? I would like to study it more.
Yeah, let's make a copy of it, actually.
We can do that in Brindle, of course. I do not have any map making skills.
Or you can scribe scrolls.
Grab the map. Back.
How would
Give it
scribing
to-
scrolls translate to copying maps?
No. No.
Not at all.
I think it's forgery.
In forgery, it'd be basically copying it. So
Yeah, forgery is an actual skill. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you could actually use forgery if
Too
you had
bad.
it.
Too bad.
But she says, "Well, can I have the map? I would like to study it tonight."
Hand
Fair enough.
map.
So you give the map, and then
No. Pull back.
Volek reaches for the map, Toranium reaches for the map and says, "Do you mind me having the map, Master Dwarf?"
That's the only thing that we have of that, and we have only just met you. And while this may be crazy, but here's my telephone number, and we'll give it to you later, maybe.
She nods. I understand the distrust.
It's not distrust. It's just a matter of not trusting strangers. No offense.
As I said, I understand the distrust. It's completely normal.
It's not distrust.
I have enough time
It's
to
not just
study
trust,
it.
we just don't trust you.
I have enough time to study it on the road.
Yes.
If that is okay with you.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Got
Then
my elven eyes on it then.
have it back, and we shall meet tomorrow. Have a good evening, my friends.
You too.
And
Yeah.
at
I'm
this
gonna have a
point,
great evening. I'm gonna have to stop drinking now, but I'm gonna have to do shit in the morning.
the speaker barges in and it
Oh, Jesus Christ.
bows and basically talks to her and
Do
this
you
is
ever shut up?
what? Sorry.
Do you ever shut up? Why does the town even have a speaker?
I took over the speaker's job. Shh.
I've never heard of a dwarven speaker before. Crazy genius.
Well, anyway, do you guys return to the watch post, I guess, and sleep there, or would you want to do anything
Before
else?
going to sleep, I want to cast my blessed water. I only
Okay.
took it once a day because I wasn't expecting to use it many times.
Okay, you cast breast water.
Oh, of course I asked
I've
Valrak to give me.
got the silver.
I
Yeah,
asked
I-
Valrak to give me
I-
5 of the 47
I-
pounds of powder silver.
Yeah.
Then I'll take one of my flasks of water and bless it.
Okay.
It takes a minute to chant the spell, but nothing else.
Okay. You finish your breast water stuff, and then well, it's
Gary, now you only have 42 pounds of powder silver. in your
again. Do
inventory.
you guys want to do anything else with do anything else to before you go to sleep tonight?
Did you say that that Dendy gave me the blessed things, or was he going to make them?
He said he's going to make them.
Okay.
I'll distribute them there. Who wants them? After I finish
Okay.
making them.
Well, it's night, and how do you guys sleep? Do you have like any kind of watches, or how do you do it?
On my back with my belly in the air, snoring loudly.
I need my full night for the spells. Because I need to change them.
Well, do you decide between yourselves and tell me how does your night watch go, if there is any night watch? Okay, so you fall asleep. You do no watches. Is that
I'll watch for a
Drunken
bit,
dwarf,
but
sorry. We are the drunken disorderly. No more watches for me.
I'll watch for a bit, but I'd expect there'd be town guards that are watching as well.
Yep, there are. Alexander, do you sleep as well?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, you guys sleep, and at a certain point in the night, do me listen checks. All of you, please.
I didn't make a button for listen. Let's try.
It's a wisdom.
Sleeping.
That's basically what's happening.
All I hear is the jingling of coins.
And 1 second.
Are there no elves in our party?
No.
Okay.
Even elves have to sleep, bless them.
Well, they don't actually sleep. They only rest.
Oh no. I hear foreshadowing music. Wake up, everybody! Wake up! I hear foreshadowing music.
You hear foreshadowing music as you hear a many shouts and sounds outside and the lights, and of course you are woken up. You are woken up by Captain Soranish's. They're here! Hobgoblins! Attacking!
How many
They've come
hours
too
has it
close!
been?
It's only been like 4 hours.
Okay.
And she says, we don't know how they made it past the forest line without us seeing them. Sorcery of some kind. And then you have basically a move action to get out until
You telling me that snuck up on people? What?
seems to have escaped any kind of detection.
Shouldn't we roll for initiative?
You have one move action to get in line before they get into their current position.
Right, what is the current position? Is this literally all of the town guard?
This is what is here, because those are town guards patrolling on the other side. This basically a lot of the town guards are on the other side.
It's a guard.
Devon, just a senior town guard.
Right, I tell her to get... Is there any civilians nearby at all in eyeshot?
She says that all civilians have been evacuated.
Like, so has somebody else gone for the rest of the guard?
She does not answer you, and she blows her horn.
Horny bitch. Chuky, can you move the guy? Who's the person in gold?
This is Captain Sorana.
Yeah, I push her backwards like 5 foot, please.
What do you mean, back?
I want her in the middle of that square there.
Okay.
And I sit there. Can we see what's over there, or is that like...
You can see like big purple creatures with like 2 big black pearl eyes and big tooths, like long hands with claws coming out. Give me a dungeoneering check.
Oh, I think I got points in that, if I remember rightly.
I know
They
2
look
of you
humanoid though, yay!
Yeah, I've got points in that.
Give me a dungeoneering check.
Oh, it doesn't actually say that to sleep to cast to regain spells. Interesting.
Yep. And our go on.
Interesting.
Go on, please. No, somebody else has dungeoneering. Hennessy.
No, it's
Tennessee doesn't have any knowledges.
no, it's Nick, it's Alexander.
Alexander.
We don't listen to the out of
Alright,
Rogue as well.
always engineering.
By the way,
you said?
your cam is very low. It's basically
Me?
Pax. Yeah, your cam. Raise your cam a bit.
Yeah, so someone's not in roll 20 as well. Oh, you're invisible to me.
Raise your cam a
Probably
bit.
invisible.
Nick.
My roll is 28, and it
Yeah.
cannot go upward, more upwards.
The hell you
Yeah.
doing with 13 points in that?
Well, you know these are ether caps.
Ethercaps.
Ether caps.
Speak more quickly, mage.
You can search for them. You basically
Alright.
know most about them. They're creatures that live in the forest in packs, evil creatures, and they have a poisonous bite and claw.
Alright, I tell them to hit in melee. I'm kidding. I tell them to stay back.
Well, you have this whole thing, and the lines open. over the side a bit, and the chimera, moves in front, and there is a mage, from what you can make out, on the back of like a hobgoblin sorcerer on the
Are
back.
chimeras rare things?
Sorry, what?
Are chimeras rare things, or are they as common as a dragon in like lore terms?
No, like dragons are rare as well.
I know, but everyone knows of a dragon, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, chimera are not that known. Not that known. Like you wouldn't know what a chimera is unless you have a knowledge of nature. Do you have a knowledge of nature?
I've got knowledge of history.
I look at the chimera and say, "What was the wizard on that made that?"
It's a dragon. It's a dragon with 3 heads.
The sorcerer here raises himself, and in a hoarse common he says, "Look, these are the defenders, the puny humans. As he said, it will be easy to take this city."
Who said?
I am emissary Kokozo of the Red Hand.
Excuse me?
Go on.
If they're not fighting, can I cast a spell?
It's avoidly obvious if you cast a spell, and you
I know.
You could cast a spell, yeah, but it's
Okay, I want to cast Calm Motion on the Chimera. I mean, central. It's an area effect, so it would hit most of them.
okay.
He's fairly hidden behind a lot of people.
Yeah, I
Hey,
am.
you caught him monologuing.
Yeah, I don't think you can see them. That's my problem. Do you need to line of sight?
Doesn't matter, really.
Yeah, you need line of sight. That's my problem. Like you're behind 3 people. As like a whole
It's
ton
an
of
area
people.
effect spell, so I can just.
Yeah, I
I
understand
can
that.
hear them. I can look like between people and
Okay,
just.
do me a wisdom check. Just if you have a past 15, you can pinpoint their position.
Listen, +3.
If not, you can cast the spell. But I roll a random die to see if you hit them or not. So you
I
can
guess
do
I'll-
it if you want.
Since I cannot tell where they are, I'll try to move in a position like up here where I can see them, and
Yeah.
tell me when I'll be able to cast a spell.
Well, you are able, but if you do, everybody will need to roll initiative.
Let me finish my
I'm gonna need to roll initiative anyway. Go for it.
Okay. Well.
I'm trying to surprise them, so
Yeah,
that was my
that's-
idea.
I will always spot check to see if they see you or not during this. But before you say that, what was the question? Yeah, he says emissary Kokozo of the Red Hand.
And he said blah 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 sent him and said it would be easy. I asked him who sent you.
That is not for you to ask, puny dwarf.
I boom back at him in Draconic that his master is a coward and will fall like the rest.
He says, still in Draconic, more will come, and if you are not enough, they will kill you. And now they go 600 spot check with the. I think honestly that's enough, so you can perceivably cast your camera motion.
Okay, I center it on this guy, so everybody from here to here needs to make a saving throw versus will, 15 DC, and if they fail, they are calmed.
Yep.
Wait, let me check if everybody, because I remember
One
if it
second, I
was
need to
limited.
check something.
Calm motion.
I know what you're trying to do, but don't the uncalm emotion as soon as I hit them round the head with the hammer.
This spell's gonna
Yes.
blah, blah, blah. With
But only the
control,
one you
motion,
hit.
Stop creature from.
No, I
fighting.
thought if all of them. I thought it was like enthrall if they
No,
witnessed
it's
an
just
act of
one of
aggression.
them the one that you hit can attack you after.
Once you
it.
hit them, it breaks the spell for them. But you can like fight a few them at a time.
Yeah, I just need to check their saves.
Yeah,
Because
and I
they're
hit
different
everybody
ones.
in the area. There's no limit from 8 dices.
Okay, that would be oh god, you really put me to roll stuff. What the
No,
fuck?
no, no, it's not mine. I thought it was right. Damage dealt to a calm creature immediately breaks the spell on
Yeah,
all
that's what I
calm
said.
creatures.
Wait. Oh.
It's like enthrall.
Oh. Really?
Yep. So
didn't know
we anyway, let me see
I don't mean to ruin the spell, but like,
Well, some of them are not gonna be calm, so just hit them first. Well, theirs is
they're
calm.
freaking will, okay. So
They will be
that's-
calm for like 6 turns.
God damn it.
Yes, I'll concentrate for 6 turns.
Okay. So I rolled it for the small guys. You don't catch the ones in the extremes.
They're too far.
Yeah. Three of these guys are calmed. One makes it. We have the ether caps. Two of them are calmed. Chimera. Nope. 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 No way.
Well, let's kill it first.
This guy isn't calmed as well. His will is pretty high. Hellhounds. One of them is calmed. And veterans. Nope. Yes. Nope. Yes. Two of them are calm. I think of 4. Yeah, 4. Okay. These are the ones that you hit, and everybody should roll me initiative now.
12.
Okay, let's make up the
oh, sorry, that should have been +1 more. Wrong button.
16, no problem.
Yeah.
Hit the non-calmed one.
So many initiatives. One sec. Okay, so Cyril, what did you roll?
12.
12, Alexander.
It's been literally 10 seconds.
6.
6. Captain Serana. Ooh. 16. Hennessy.
15.4.
Volwag, that's a 16. So the +1 to that. Let's see about Devon and the other guards. That's an 11.
Battle beer.
8.
Shouting is a free action, right?
Shouting
Yes.
is a free action. Yes, it is.
So which don't hit the dizzy ones to the guards, because they don't know it.
10.
Especially the archers.
Hit the big one in the middle.
Okay. These are the initiatives. Well, you say hit the big one in the middle, and
I
well,
say don't hit the dizzy ones.
okay. The hobgoblin regulars look at their friends and basically smack, like this guy smacks this one over the head. It says, "Wake the fuck up." Does that end the spell or not?
Is that an aggressive action?
Smacks him across the head with the hilt of his iron sword, steel sword.
Damn it. Yeah, that sounds like an aggressive action.
Does that end it for everybody?
For everybody, yes.
Okay. Hits him across the head and he's like, the fuck? And you're like, oh, attack, but I'm gonna say they lose half of their round and getting back to this, so they only have like one action this turn. Okay, that was not as effective.
Yep, not as effective as I thought it would be.
Dip into bard and get enthralled with much more OP.
Remind me, 1 square is 5 feet, or 1 square is 1 foot?
1 square is 5 feet.
Alright.
These guys all move 30 and move in a sort of a wall with everybody moving in a formation from what you can see. Behind them towards you they are pretty well organized, and the camera is currently keeping back. That would... oh, actually, why did they move? That's stupid. How going better is at the cap? Actually, that would have been everybody besides the camera. Sorry, I was doing good. Tout the hellhounds. Yep, okay, go on. Captain Sorana is gonna order her men to stay back and wait for them to engage.
They need to split.
So what do you suggest, Dwarf?
They need to split out. The hellhounds will roast everybody alive when they come into combat. So
She nods and she...
when the hounds enter battle, we need to fan out a bit.
She nods and she takes a position in front, taking out her sword and her shield.
Is everybody armoured in the way that they are in the pictures? Like they're all swords?
They all have long swords, small shields, small steel shields, and chainmail on them. It is your turn. Anyway, she is preparing for an action. She is basically preparing for a charge.
Is she?
Preparing, not preparing to charge, preparing to receive a charge from the enemy.
I'll say. Hang on. Do these ettercap things look bigger than me?
No, medium
type.
creatures.
Chimera?
Chimera, yes, large creature.
Yeah. And if something's on top of something, does my AC bonus still count for attacks from that person?
Not necessarily.
So if I get +2 AC against things that are larger than me, and somebody's on top of a large mount, which is what the mage essentially is at the moment.
Yeah, you would
My
get...
AC counts against the mage.
Yeah, but it's unlikely a mage would attack you with a spear. So if
No, I just wondered if anything that was mounted counted.
yeah, usually yes. Like if a rider passed you and wanted to attack you with a spear, you'd still get your +2 against large. Okay, but before we go into this too much, we've been going on for 2 hours. Do you guys want to take a small break?
Yeah,
Yeah, can do, yeah.
couple of minutes.
Yeah, that's what I was asking, because this is gonna take some while. That's why I was saying let's do 4 hours, but let's see how this goes. It might take... this might be shorter than expected. Anyway, we will take a few minutes break, and we'll come back with the fight. And I guess for YouTube that would be part 3. For everybody watching, that's part 2. And we'll see you in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna leave up the title screen with some music for you guys. If you hear our voices in the background, it is intentional.